Hi! Today I'm going to be making alfajores, a simple Latin treat that sounds super delicious, very popular in Latin America. I'm making them Argentinian style. So, let's make some. Next, line your baking sheet with parchment paper. But I don't have parchment paper. But I have the next best thing. Aluminum foil, shiny side down. Spray it with cooking spray. Now in a large mixing bowl, we need 1 2/3 cup of all-purpose flour, you need 2½ cups of cornstarch. This container is 2 cups worth. There's the ½ cup of cornstarch. You need ½ teaspoon of baking soda and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Now whisk that all together and set it aside. Now, in an electric mixer, you need 3/4 cup of sugar and 1 cup of softened butter, which is 2 sticks. Now beat those together until light and fluffy. You may have to stop it occasionally and use an icing spatula to make sure you grab the bits in the center, just so it all mixes really well. Now we need to beat in 3 egg yolks, 1 at a time, so just the yolks. And the best way to get the yolk without using a tool is just to crack your egg and move the yolk back and forth. This will separate the white from the yolk. And then once you've got just your yolk and you're happy with it, pour it into your mixture. It's okay if a little bit of the white goes with it. Again, use that icing spatula to make sure it all really mixes well. Scrape down all the sides and get the center. Do the same with your second egg yolk. Okay, pour just the yolk in. Mix it in well. Now with our third and final egg. Okay, so pour this last yolk in there, but don't beat it yet. We have a few ingredients to add still. Now you need 1 teaspoon of vanilla rum. You need ½ teaspoon of vanilla extract. Mix that in. Then you need ½ teaspoon of lemon extract. Then we also need 2 teaspoons of lemon zest. And the best way to get lemon zest is to take a lemon and grate its skin. Grate the peel. It's a little bit less than 2 teaspoons worth, but that's okay. Get that in there with your egg and all your extracts. Beat those together. Finish mixing it. Now it's time to fold in our dry ingredients. So I'm going to add it a little at a time. They said the mixture is going to be very crumbly. get the rest of it in there as best I can. Hopefully it all comes together. I'm finding it hard to believe that this is all going to come together. So put some plastic wrap down. Make sure it all doesn't stick together, of course. I'm going to lightly pour my batter out on it. Or not my batter, my dough, I guess is what you call this part. Not entirely sure. Bring it all together into a ball as best as I can. Yeah, it clumps together. Okay, I got it into a ball, and I will admit, this stuff is hard to work with, so be very careful. I'm going to slide it onto a tray or something of some sort and get it in my fridge to chill. I pressed it down and pressed it together as best I could. Now let's get it in the fridge for 30 minutes to 1 hour. I'm going to go closer to an hour. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Now take a surface and very lightly dust it. Then, working very quickly, roll out all your dough for your alfajores. I'm trying to pronounce that correctly, but it's been a while since I've spoken any Spanish. Alright, get all that out. Mine's a little too dry, I would say, so just, if you're having difficulties like I am, just kind of put it out with your hands as best you can. So if you don't have a cookie cutter like me, you can just use a glass. Kind of the bottom of a pint glass would work well. Be very careful with that. Okay, so that's probably 1/2 inch thick, the piece I cut right here. Okay, and it crumbles apart very quickly, so be careful. Okay, I thought these were going to be a lot easier. This is definitely not something I would recommend a beginning cook do, unless you're feeling adventurous. If you can get through these, you're very tough and you can make it through a lot. So put these in your oven until they're set. So not brown, but solidified. It said 7 to 10 minutes. Mine are a little thicker, so they'll probably take close to 10. Alright, it's been close to 10 minutes, so I'm going to pull mine out. Yeah. Ooh, they've hardened. Oh, good. Maybe they'll be easier to work with now. They're not brown. They seem a little better, a little sturdier. But still, we gotta be really careful with them. You will immediately want to put them on a cooling rack. Yeah, they're still very crumbly. Super crumbly. Mine turned out so dry for some reason. Now take your alfajores, plate them so carefully. Hopefully yours turned out better consistency than mine did. Mine are completely falling apart. I'm gonna have to eat mine with a fork. Oops. Okay. We can do some surgery on them though, because now we need to add some dulce de leche, which is just caramel. I heated mine up and it says to drop tablespoonfuls onto each one. So I'm just going to use a spoon and kind of estimate it. And then it says you can sandwich them together. This might be my saving grace actually, if this can really stick it all together well. This recipe is supposed to make 36 total. And I don't even think I've made 1/3 of that. So now take one of these. Ooh. And try, oh boy. Oh man. Latin American chefs are probably laughing so hard at me right now. But it smells good. I'm sure it still tastes good. It then says to roll these in unsweetened coconut. I'm not going to risk rolling them with the way they've been falling apart, and I'm using sweetened coconut instead. But stick it on the sides. If yours turned out better, roll yours. Alright, I'm going to try one. It's going to fall apart so quick, so feel free to laugh at me. I'm gonna try to get at least one authentic bite, just so I can really have the experience, you know? Oh boy. Okay. Mmm. Oh, really good. That was super delicious. The alfajore, the actual part, was very crisp, sugary, super flaky. If it held together better, it would have been amazing. Of course, the dulce de leche was just really good. The coconut, they say use unsweetened. I used sweetened and it was really good. I could definitely see the appeal of these if they would stay together. Not sure where I went wrong. Latin American pastry chefs and home cooks who can make these, I bow to you. That is super impressive. I made, American doughs, Italian doughs before. You can tell when they're a little dry or a little too soggy. It's not that big a deal. These things were so dry for me. I don't know where I went wrong. I guess I should have done less cornstarch maybe. I would definitely try these again, and I hope you do try them at home. They're very delicious. If you like this video, please subscribe. Learn from my mistakes, learn from my successes. You can do it. Be proud of yourself and make something delicious.